Hi there, Terry back again. Hope I find you well. I thought I would have a change today and show some newer Superman books from Volume 2, the John Byrne era. At the time when Superman Volume 1 became The Adventures of Superman number 424, and about 15 or 16 issues before Action Comics became a weekly, which lasted for about 10 months from issue 601. We had a very comprehensive reboot of Superman and most of the characters and surrounding areas, so to speak. So, first of all, I want to show you the mini-series that led into it, and that was The Man of Steel. Right, it came out bi-monthly between the cover dates October to December 1986. And this miniseries also had what is reputed to be the first variant cover. So we have DC to blame, or not, depending on your point of view. Every character, including Superman from number 1, was classed as a first appearance. So we have the John Byrne reboot. The covers and internal art were by John Byrne and Dick Giordano, and the internal colours by Tom Ziku, or Zico. We have number 1, and the title of this was From Out the Green Dawn. And then we had the variant cover. And then we had number 2, the story of the century. Number 3, One Night in Gotham City. Then number 4, Enemy Mine. Number 5, The Mirror Cracked. And number 6, The Haunting. Right, cover date, Jan 87. We have the new number 1. Cover, writing and pencils by John Byrne. Inks, Terry Austin, and colours by Tom Ziku. This issue takes place between Action Comics 584 and Adventures of Superman 424, as will all of the Superman issues appear between the issues of those two series. Both books had taken a 3-month hiatus so they could all portray the new Superman. Title, Heart of Stone. And trivia for this issue, the first appearance of post-crisis Metallo. This time he doesn't die straight away. This issue establishes Superman is 28 years old. This issue establishes it's 3 months since he learned of his Kryptonian heritage. It's the first post-crisis appearance of Green Kryptonite, and Emmett Vale, who created Metallo, was responsible for coining the phrase Kryptonite. Number 2, February 87. Again, John Byrne with the cover, writing and pencils. Inks, Terry Austin and Keith Williams this time, and the colours, Tom Ziku. Title, The Secret Revealed. And here we have Luthor's monologue, this issue. I know that no man with the power of Superman would ever pretend to be a mere human. Such power is to be constantly exploited. Such power is to be used. Proving he never will get Superman. Trivia, first appearance of Jonathan Martha and Lana Lang in this series, and first post-crisis appearance of the Kryptonite Ring, one of Lex Luthor's and Batman's most famous weapons. Number 3, March 87. Cover, writer, pencils, John Byrne. Inks, Terry Austin, colours, Tom Zico. Title, Legends from the Dark Side. A crossover with the mini-series Legends, as seen on the cover. Chapter 17. G. Gordon Godfrey is a cheerful little chap in this issue. He says I propose to see all the so-called superheroes destroyed, expunged, wiped from the face of the earth for all time. Charming. Important trivia in this issue. Lois Lane changes her hairstyle. But more importantly, Superman recognises Darkseid in this issue. This is another clear indicator that some of the pre-crisis Superman tales are still considered part of the post-crisis canon. Right. Number 4, April 87. Cover, writing and pencil, John Byrne. Inks, Carl Kessel, and the colours by Anthony Tollin. The title, Bloodsport, who we get to meet for the first time, along with Maggie Sawyer of the Metropolis Special Crime Unit, who later takes up a command position within the Gotham PD. Luthor hires Bloodsport to kill Superman with weapons and kryptonite ammunition. He supplies him with. This soon dawns on Luthor. That's not a good idea. Jimmy Olsen's offering this issue. There's a madman on the loose, Superman. A cannon-slinging lunatic calling himself Bloodsport. Right, number 5, May 87. Cover, writing, pencil, John Byrne. Inks, Carl Kessel, and colours, Tom Siku. I think that's it up to issue 12 then, for the same creators. And this one's called The Mummy Strikes. In this one, we catch Clark in a tantalising dream about Wonder Woman. And after he gets to work, he finds out Lois has lost contact. She is in South America, where she is investigating an important archaeological find. This story ends with what looks like a dead Clark Kent. Number 6, June 87, with the same creators from last issue. The title, The Last 500. Clark awakens. Not dead. Lois is standing over the top of Clark with a Superman costume in her hands. She found in Clark's gym bag. Clark worries his secret identity has been discovered. But then he realizes that Lois and the archaeology team have been taken over by the Heavily, the creators of the mummy that Clark, Superman, had been fighting. Number 7, July 87, and the usual creators. Title, Rampage, who we meet for the first time. Real name is Kitty Lou Faulkner, sort of DC's version of the She-Hulk. In fact, that middle name, Lou, I wonder who that might be named at in appreciation. Trivia of this issue. This is the first of post-crisis story. You hear that immortal phrase, up, up and away. This cliche phrase first came to be used in the Adventures of Superman serialized radio broadcasts of the 1950s. Next, we have the first annual from August 87, cover by Ron Friends and Brett Breeding, who also did the internal art with Tom Zuko doing the colouring. John Byrne and Ron Friends write this tale, Tears for Titano. This is not the original Titano from the late 50s of Superman comics. No, Kryptonite Vision for a start, but it's still a sad, poignant tale, probably sadder than the original. We have number 8, August 87. Still doing their thing, all the same creators. We have Future Shock. Superman meets the Legion for the first time, or is it? This issue is about time pockets, different dimensions, and evil and good superboys. Needs reading to lessen the confusion. Or more confusion, this story was originally published out of sequence and is intended to take place between pages 22 and 23 of issue 7. This issue is dedicated to the memory of Edmund Hamilton, a provincial Superman writer during the Golden Age. Also, the cover is very similar to the cover of Fantastic Four 249, drawn by John Byrne 5 years earlier. The title is quite appropriate, Man and Superman. Number 9, September 87. All the good creators still here. Two stories this issue, and they're all by the same people again. So Laugh and Die Metropolis. The Joker comes to Metropolis. You may have guessed that by the cover. He tries to hoodwink Superman. That's not going to happen. The Joker's patent death gas is used in this issue, so people do die, unfortunately. And the second story, Metropolis 900 Miles, featuring Luther. He gives a stranger an offer she should accept, but she takes too long to decide. Right, number 10. I think this is my favourite cover of the ones I'm showing today. All the creators, again, are the same. And we have one story, and it's the Super Menace of Metropolis. Clark arrives at work and finds his X-ray vision is acting bizarrely. He sees his work colleagues as skeletons and then naked. Then his heat vision begins acting up. He exits even swiftly before causing damage to them. He then is attacked by a robot called Clash. That's Clash with a K. But only Superman can see him. So to the throng below, it looks like Superman is going berserk, fighting no one. Let's just say that Lex Luthor isn't a million miles away from this and possibly be the cause. And the penultimate one today. Number 11, November 87. All the usual creators. And this is The Name Game. And as you see on the cover, the first pro-crisis appearance of Mr. Mxyzptlk. He appears in this issue as a man with curly black hair, dressed in a white suit, calling himself Ben DeRoy. And when he's asked where he's from, he cites a place called Yonder, clearly a nod to the Marvel character Beyonder. And the last one for this year, number 12, December 87. The title is Lost Love, all by the same creators. And it's the first post-crisis appearances of Laurie Laramis and O'Neill. This issue is told totally in flashback, and it is not dissimilar to the original Silver Age story of Superman and Laurie's first meeting from Volume 1, number 129. Well, that's the first year done. Do you want a part 2? Do you want me to do 2 years in a row rather than one? Are the books too new and you've seen the covers before? Let me know in the comments. If you'd like to do a thumbs up, that'd be brilliant. And I'd just like to say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.